Pranam.
Namaste. Namaste to all.
Hello, Maharaj.
Namaste. So today, in the beginning, we'll take up the question that Akshay posed yesterday. So, but before that, we'll start with our prayer. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanu Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahai तेजस्विनावधितमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्युर्मा अमृतं गमय आविराविर्मयेधि ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम तव कथामृतं तप्त जीवनम कविभिरीडितं कल्मषापहम् श्रवणमंगलं श्रीमदाततं भुवि गृह्णन्ति ये भूरिदा जनाः. Let we be protected, let we be nourished, let we strive with energy and vigor. Let our study be enlightening and not give rise to hostility. Om, peace, peace, peace. Lead us to truth and not to untruth. Lead us to enlightenment and not ignorance. Lead us to immortality and not death. Let the self-manifest Atman grow in me. Om, peace, peace, peace. So, question that Akshay posed yesterday, and a very nice question, and this is, it's ongoing. What was the question? The question was, is Kailash or Vaikuntha, are these also unreal? So, I gave example that we can see our scriptures from three standpoints. One is physical. That means whatever we see, hear, touch, taste, and smell. So scriptures have got meaning there, like Rama and Ravana, or Arjuna or Krishna, Sri Krishna and Kauravas. So our scriptures are written in such a way that whatever aspect you take, that gives evidence that it is okay. Now, question is, what is truth and what is not truth? So we have, from scriptural point of view, hope, as I mentioned, hope everybody understand. So one is physical, one is the principle level and society level, we can see. And one is adhyatmic, Adi Bhautik, Adi Devik, and Adhyatmic. So three way we can explain our scriptures. So we know which one is right. So wherever you are, you have to see that is right. So like it is like school. In a school, we have various classes, various grades. So primary, and then secondary, then tertiary. Are the primary class wrong or false? Not really. Because that prepares us to go to secondary level. Is the secondary level, but at a time comes when primary education becomes, okay, we have passed through, so I don't need it. But somebody will be there to have it. secondary level. And then after passing away from secondary level, then we go to tertiary, or say graduation level, and post PG, post-graduation level, and then PhD. The person who has gone to PhD level, doctorate level, is it necessary for him to study primary class? Not really. Is it wrong to think it is not true? He knows that for some people it is required, so he does not bother about it. So this is from practical point of view. Now, what I said, the physical level, like a real whatever life that we are leading, there is Rama, there is Ayodhya, there is Saryu, and there is Sri Lanka, and lots of places are mentioned in the Ramayana, and those people are there. Again, even in Thailand, there is Ayudha, there is Sarada, Sita, and Hanuman. So it is not located in one place. From principal level also, in a society we can find Rama, Ravana, and the fight is going on. And a spiritual level, we can see within us there is Rama, there is Ravana, and fight is going on. So this I gave example yesterday. Now let us think about how our scriptures explain this. So there are satta. Satta means that has existence. What are existence? There are four kinds of existence. One is alika satta. Alika satta means that which is, it is not there, but it gives a notion. If I tell someone that I saw a son of a barren woman, or I saw a horn of a rabbit. So these words have meaning: horn, rabbit, and it gives a sense of existence. But when you think, in reality, there is no one like that. I mean, nothing like horn of a rabbit. So this is alik satta. That means it does not exist, but it gives a notion. Second, it is called pratibhasika satta. I give example of your image in a mirror. It looks there, but it is there? No, because we don't shave there, we shave here. Similarly, our dream is also pratibhasika. Pratibhasika means reflected or projected. So this is, if you said, is it not there? It is there. When children see, they say, yes, it is there. Children also can see. And when I say the horn of a rabbit, even children also can understand. But those who have grown, they understand, oh, it is only a play of words. Now, third is called transactional. That means vyavaharika satta, like we are interacting. If I think you are not there, then the talk is also not there. But it is when we are experiencing, we cannot deny it. But will it remain all the time? No. Because as soon as the class is over, then everything is good. I mean, something is gone and we have some memory. So, what is that which never obliterated, which never ceased to exist? It is called paramarthik satta. Okay, now, this body, it is so real. If somebody beats it, we feel pain. If we are hungry, we find difficulties. So if we feel hungry, if we say, no, this body does not exist, then we'll suffer. So as of now, this is called vyavaharika satta. Vyavaharika satta. So when we experience Vyavaharik Satta, we have to fulfill that. But you see, the same body, when doctor wants to operate, what they do? They put GA, general anesthesia, and then they open the heart and do all kinds of things. Even they change heart also. But there is something which cannot be changed. So our effort is to find that which never changes. After finding there, then we can see, oh, the same satta is in everything. Without him, it is impossible to have any truth, any satta in anything. But if we don't explore, then what will happen? We will be like children of primary grade. So, okay, that is also there. But a person who goes beyond the tertiary level or doctoral level, he knows that everything is there. Why? It is education. Education is being imparted through all these. So now let us come to our point. Vaikuntha is there because it is helpful, because it is, even today, there is a saying in Chaitanya Charitamrita. It's like Ramcharitmanas, Chaitanya Charitamrita, the life story of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So it says, Adyapiho Gora Karen Lila Gora Rai, Kono Kono Bhagavane Dekhivare Pai. Even today, Gora Rai, that means Gaurang Mahaprabhu, is doing his Leela. And very few people can see it. I'll give an example. One devotee, a great devotee, who was in North India, he heard that there is a Ramakrishna Paramhamsa. And he got attracted. And he walked all the way from Upper India to Bengal. And he had some darshan also. But because of that, he had a great desire to meet Sri Ramakrishna. So he came. But when he came, by that time, Sri Ramakrishna passed away. He came walking. That's very amazing. So when people told him that Sri Ramakrishna passed away, but he did not believe him. He was at Dakshineshwar. And he stayed there. He prayed earnestly, very, very piteously. And Sri Ramakrishna gave darshan. And then people told him, why are you wasting your time? Because Sri Ramakrishna passed away, he will not return. Then he said, you are not saying truth, because I have seen him here. How can you say that he is no more? So Sri Ramakrishna comes and appears in this form. Holy Mother comes and appears in this form, whatever form that we meditate. Now, how can we can have a common point? How can we understand logically? So Sri Ramakrishna comes to our help. He says, water can exist as the vapor, and water is water in the ocean. But because of devotion, some portion, like cooling effect of devotion, some portion takes the form of ice. Then it is solid. So akar, sakar, nirakar. So water has got everything. But devotees doesn't want that, formless, because he doesn't want. He wants enjoyment. So he prays to God. And that is why God takes that form. God, it is said that Bhaktadhin Bhagwan, God is under the jurisprudence of devotees. Whatever devotees want, that will happen. Prahlad, Dhruva did a long tapasya, and he was a young boy. And one day, Narayan appeared before him. So he said, "Oh, you have come. So you have come all the way from Vaikuntha." "Yes, but you are not perspiring. You are not tired. How can it be?" Because he was a boy. So, and your ring is not moving. How can it be? Then Narayan said, "If you want, it will move also." Then started moving, and he was perspiring, gasping. "Oh, I have come all the way from Vaikuntha." So Vaikuntha, if ordinary thinking is Vaikuntha is far away. But the advanced thinking is Vaikuntha is within our heart. So we don't say that one is wrong. We say both are correct. Another example, Sri Ramakrishna gave in the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. What he said, a devotee went to Jagannath Mahaprabhu's, the Puri. So he went in front of Jagannath. See, he wanted to see whether God is with form or without form. So he had a stick. So he took the stick like this, and it did not touch anywhere. So he concluded that God is without form. Then he wanted to check again, but this time it touched the image. So he concluded that God is with form, God is without form. So now why all this fight goes on? Because our understanding is limited. We think only one thing is possible. But God did not say that. In Gita, Bhagavan said what? Bhumi rapo analo vayu kham mano buddhi revacha ahamkaram iti yamme bhinna prakriti rashtrada apariyamitasthanyam prakritim viddhi me param. So what he said? That all these bhumi, apo, analo, vayu, all these are my lower prakriti. But there is my higher prakriti. That means I am the creator. I am higher prakriti. But this is also there. He did not say that it is not my part. Now, magician is real. His magic, he shows. It is not real. It has some reality. That's why we are confused. But if we want to understand that, yes, magic is also real, then we'll not find magician. We want to get magician. If we want to happy with images, good enough, no problem. That's fine. That's also true. But we have to find out who is the origin of that image. So, what is the conclusion? Conclusion is there is no conflict at all. God is with form, God is without form. God has got like physical existence like Rama, Ayodhya, Sita, even Ramakrishna, Krishna, and all this. These are very important. Through this, we go to the higher classes. So we have no conflict. Only thing, one should not be confined there. Now, to support this, I'll read from the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. Very important. Today we read, so it is very nice. So a young man came and meditated, and Sri Ramakrishna praised that how deep his meditation was. Then he, that day it was worship of Mother Kali, and in the afternoon there was some singing, so he was singing those things silent. I mean, the master was humming some of the songs he had heard that evening during the recital of the Chandi. He sang softly. Who is there that can understand what Mother Kali is? Even the six darshanas, means six philosophies, are powerless to reveal her. And then he continued, all creation is the sport of my mad Mother Kali. All creation is the sport of my mad Mother Kali. By her Maya, the three worlds are bewitched. Mad is she, and mad is her husband. Mad are her two disciples. None can describe her loveliness, her glories, gestures, moods. Shiva, with the agony of the poison of his throat, chants her name again and again. The personal does she oppose to the impersonal. Just imagine. The personal does she oppose to the impersonal. So both are there. So it is positive, negative. It is yin, yang. It is complementary. It's like male, female. So the personal does she oppose to the impersonal, breaking one stone with another. So a matter, antimatter, like nowadays they are conceiving. Though to all else, she is agreeable. So everything is there. If you take whole, then there is no conflict. If you take part, then you have to live with conflicts. Though to all else, she is agreeable. Let me read it again. The personal does she oppose to the impersonal, breaking one stone with another. Though to all else she is agreeable. Where duties are concerned, she will not yield. So whatever duties that you have, we have to perform. So we are now, say Akshay, you are student, so you have to perform your, say, study. Keep your raft, says Ram Prasad, afloat on the sea of life. So we are on the raft. So when drifting up with the flood tide, drifting down with the ebb. So all are various expressions of the divine. This time I shall devour thee utterly, Mother Kali, for I was born under the evil star. So anyway, so what is the conclusion? Conclusion is there is no conflict. When we are under the spell of Mahamaya, one cannot understand what is beyond. And when you go beyond, then the question does not arise, whether it is one, two, or many. So, example, when you are dreaming, dream is real. You cannot deny it. And it has truth. You cannot deny it. But when you are awake, it is pointless to remember dream. So, as of now, we are dreaming. We are in this relative world. For us, everything is real and true. But only thing that we should keep in our mind, that this is not the whole truth. There is something, because the scriptures say so. And this is personal, but there is something impersonal. Let us only keep that much. So answer of your question is that at your understanding, at your stage or state of mind or our state of mind, we are to take everything as it is. Only thing that we have to keep that it is not limited here. There is something beyond. There is Paramarthik Satta. So this is Vyavaharik Satta. In Vyavahara, we are to keep whatever is in there in this place. So now we are, yesterday it was Jnana Yoga. Today we are Bhakti Yogi. So mother is real. And that is why mother is so kind. Mother listens to our prayers and grants us boon. And we want that small thing, whatever it is there. Yes, Swami Vivekananda. When he was in the West, he preached Advaita. And the same Vivekananda, when he was in India, he was saying that when I'm meditating, I'm Brahman. But when I have, say, stomachache, oh mother, oh mother, oh mother. When he was in Kashmir, a person who was Bhaksiddha means whatever he said, that would happen. So, Swami Vivekananda told him something, so he felt a bit insulted. So he cursed him that he will suffer from, let's say, from diarrhea or something like that. So Swami Vivekananda complained to mother, "Mother, your Thakur could not protect me." So mother said that, "Baba, Vidya mante hai," that you must admit the science. A rough translation, Vidya. Vidya means like occult power. You have to admit occult power also. So in this creation, everything has its meaning. Now, I'll tell Holy Mothers, that's very, very important. One day, a devotee told mother, if we think that we are all Brahman, and Kaivalya means onlyness, then we'll lose very precious thing. Mother said, what is that? That we said that we'll lose mother like you. And then mother reprimanded him. He said, my crazy child, what are you saying? Sri Ramakrishna is Kaivalya himself.
Kaivalya means what?
Onlyness. Kaivalya means onlyness. That means there is nothing else. Only unity. And not only in one place, there are so many places. If you read Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, Sri Ramakrishna said in so many places, all one. There are no two. Ek, akhanda, without break, without division. So, as of now, we are in primary classes. We have to take everything as real with this, that there is something which is impersonal, which is Paramarthik Satta. So this way, we can have, even Ayodhya we can have Vaikuntha, we can have the form of Shiva, form of Kailash, all the stories. Because those stories are to convey some truth. And let us not lose those truths. So that is why, as an aspirant, we are to admit all. But as and when we grow, gradually our understanding also will grow. So there is no conflict. Akshay, is it clear?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Though it is a bit long, but this is very nice because I was thinking about it. And then lots of, and in the gospel, lots of things are there. And it is realized by Sri Ramakrishna. You know, Sri Ramakrishna is singing, dancing, and enjoying the company of devotees. But same Sri Ramakrishna, when he is in Samadhi, is totally oblivious of the whole world. So we have to admit both. And when we grow, then what remains, remains. Then there is no conflict at all. In this also, I don't see any conflict. But if we say only this is real and there is nothing beyond, then that is not true. As we are experiencing, like you are there. You know, if you are there means what? You are sitting in Delhi or near Delhi. I'm in Portland, say about 13 and a half hours time difference. So this is, you know, how it is happening. We are to understand there is something underlying all diversity. That is why it is happening. How it is happening? Because there is underlying internet. And my talk, it is being transmitted, but first it is converted, then transmitted, then coming and receiving, it is being received. So we are to take the whole truth, not only a partial truth. So what is the conclusion? As of now, we have to take this transactional truth as real. And when that happens, when we reach Paramarthik Satta, then what happens? Happens. So in practice, we'll take it as it is, with this, that there is many things beyond. And that's why Sri Ramakrishna said, Brahmachari said to the woodcutter that go forward. There are so many other things, go forward. So we have to go forward. Anyway, so this is the introduction. It's a long introduction. Okay. Is it? What is the time? Oh, 8. Okay, so David. David?
Yes, Swami.
Yeah, read.
Start reading. Okay. My aunt came from the Midnapur district to see the Kali temple of Dakshineshwar and to bathe in the Ganges. One night there was a yatra performance at the Kali temple, and I took my aunt there. On our way, we stopped at the Nahabat, as I had a desire to introduce my aunt to the mother. When we entered the Nahabat veranda, I saw the mother moaning on the floor. She told me that she was suffering from an excruciating stomachache. There was nobody to look after her. I told her, "Mother, I brought my aunt to watch the yatra performance in the temple." "Very good," replied the mother. Then we left. I helped my aunt to find a seat in the Nat Mandir to watch the yatra, and I returned to the Nahabat. I couldn't find the mother there. The room was empty. I presumed that she had gone to answer the call of nature. I began to search for her near the bank of the Ganges and found a kerosene lantern at a distance, which gave me the clue that she must be there. I waited for some time and then went to the light. I saw her lying on the ground. I lifted her up and brought her to her room in the Nahabat. I asked, "Mother, did you not tell anyone about your condition?" She replied, "Yes, I did. They gave me some medicine in the afternoon. Seeing her condition, I didn't go see the yatra. Instead, I stayed with her. When the yatra was over, I took my aunt home. The next day, I came to see the mother and learned that she was feeling a little better. The Ayurvedic doctor suggested drinking some juice of amrul spinach, an antidote for dysentery. I collected amrul spinach from our garden and took it to her. She took the soup of thankuni spinach that I also gave her.
Yeah, thankuni is another spinach. That's very uh, good for stomach. Yeah.
The mother was very fond of me, and she always gave me something when I visited her. Once, she gave me a bottle of oil and told me, "Golapi, when you use this oil, your head will remain cool. Anger is very bad. Never lose your temper." It was by the grace of the mother that I got rid of my bad temper.
So, mother taught that we should not be angry. So, this way, you see, the story is there. We have to take the gist of that story. Right. So, and the calm and quiet nature of mother, how she used to teach others. Okay, Barbara, 120, this way, 120, the beginning. Okay, go ahead.
When the master became sick, he left for Calcutta for treatment. The day the mother left Dakshineshwar, we all went to see her off and cried. She consoled us, saying, "You have many friends here. May the Lord keep you well." It was the last time that I saw the mother. I really had great fortune to come in contact with such a great soul. Now I think of the mother and wait for the day when she will deliver me. Despite her uncomfortable living conditions and occasional illnesses, Holy Mother considered her time with the master at Dakshineshwar to be her golden days. Although she had no biological children, she became a true mother to the virtuous and the wicked, the rich and the poor, the literate and the illiterate. Even the weak, neglected, unsophisticated, afflicted, and low-caste women of the Dakshineshwar area found a safe refuge in her, and their mother bound them to her with a cord of motherly love.
Yeah. So mother, kind-hearted, and, living a life, that is more important. All these philosophies cannot touch the heart. It's like this. A scientist, he got married, and because he was totally engrossed in his search, and the wife did not find much time. So one day she started weeping. So he said, stop, let me take the eye drops. So he took some tears and started analyzing it, what it contains. So much of salt, so much of water, etc., etc. See, it is like that. So philosophies give us insight, no doubt. But through philosophy, one cannot attain this. So that's why that song says that Shadadarshane Napaya Darshan. That means sixth darshan is helpless, revealing you. Then how we can get it? We can get it by the grace of God, by the blessings of gurus, and by self-effort. Singing, the books are there, but you cannot be expert. Then how to do it? You have to be at the feet of a teacher. And then your self-effort. And not only one day, years together. 10, 12, maybe 20 years, lifelong. So by the grace of God, by the blessings of Guru, and by self-effort. Of course, science also we have to know. So this is, we study, and there are many ways. One is Jnana Yoga. That's also good. And one is Bhakti Yoga. So we take up various aspects. Like yesterday we studied Vedanta Sar. That's also good. How these things happen? So what is the science behind? And today it is the Divine Mother's life. How one should live. How one should live in this world. So this is more important. Philosophy, just to understand, like when Sri Ramakrishna is in Samadhi, what is that state? How he can reach there? Even mother, though she was suffering, but she, she was kind-hearted, blessed others, interacted with even lowly. So that is the display of heart. That's very important. Okay, we go to the 7th. So in the beginning, I'll read that. Holy Mother's reminiscences of the Master. He, Ramakrishna Madhuram. He Ramakrishna Madhuram Tava. He Ramakrishna, not he. He Ramakrishna Madhuram Tava Satcharitram. Twatpunya Nama Madhuram. Madhuram Tvad Angam. Sambhashanam cha madhuram. Madhuram cha ganam. Tatkimnu yanna madhuram. Bhavati twadiyam. So Sri Ramakrishna Karnamritam by Ottur Bala Bhatta. O Ramakrishna, your life story is sweet. Your holy name is sweet. Your divine body is beautiful. Your conversation is sweet. And so is your song. O Lord, is there anything in you which is devoid of sweetness? Now here, it is because of devotee. Whatever devotee wants, God takes that form. And devotee does not want without form, nirakar. He wants to enjoy, he wants to interact. And it's easier. But if he keeps only that one, then what will happen? If only sakar, without realizing his glories, then it will be like a mundane behavior pattern. So that is, that should not be like that. We should be aware that he is divine. Then only everything is sweet for him. Sweet of him. So we go forward. Memories.
Memories are precious. One's life will not end if a hand, leg, or eye is lost. But it is disastrous if memory fails.
Okay, I'll just give you. Pakhi gahe phulo phote. Birds chirps. Birds chirp. Flowers bloom. And rivers flow by. Pakhi gahe phulo phote, totini buhiya jaye. Dvidahin anubhuti hriday ruhiya jaye. But we have an impression in our heart which has no doubt. So what is the meaning? That who is Paramarthik Satta, that experiences or experience come to him like this. So this we remember. So memory, in our childhood we have some sweet memories that we remember. So in memory, what happens? We relive that time. So, see, we live in present time. So what happens? That impression comes to our present time. So this way we can understand. So memory is very important. Yes, now go ahead.
People live on their memories. Joyful memories bring smiles, and sorrowful memories give rise to tears. Some unimportant memories fade from the mind, but the sweet ones remain forever. Holy Mother never forgot the golden period of her life when she stayed with the Master in Dakshineshwar. Later, she would recount stories concerning the Master to her disciples and devotees. These incidents depict various facets of Ramakrishna's life, and also the mutual love and appreciation they had for each other. The rest of this chapter consists of Holy Mother's reminiscences as recorded by her disciples on different occasions. These reminiscences were first published in the Bengali book Sri Sri Mayar Katha, and later translated into English and published in Ramakrishna as We Saw Him. The source. The Master used to say that his body had come from Gaya. When his mother passed away, he asked me to offer pindam, funeral cakes, at Gaya. I replied that I was not entitled to perform those rites when the son himself was alive.
Okay, pindam. What is pindam? Pindam is, last rite. So some rice ball is offered to the departed soul. So pindadan. So that's one of last rites that Hindus do. It is expression of one's love for departed. So that's why pindadan. Okay. Monks perform their last rites at the time before taking sannyasa. But Sri Ramakrishna is the ideal householder, an ideal monk also. That's why he said that the Master used to say that his body had come from Gaya. When his mother passed away, he asked me to offer pindam. For him, he had already done, but it is for his mother. Okay, go ahead.
The Master replied, No, you are entitled to do it. Under no circumstances can I go to Gaya. If I go, do you think it will be possible for me to return? I did not want him to go there, so later on I performed the rites at Gaya.
So why it is so? Because, the cause, whatever cause creates this body, if similar situation is prevalent, then the body may fall. That is why. So I was thinking of some examples. Like the water. So water is in the ocean and it rains somewhere, then it goes back to the ocean. So similar situation if created, then body may fall. It is like dissolving the salt doll in the ocean when it merges in the cause. Okay, go ahead.
An ideal husband. The Master was interested in nothing but God. When I asked him what I should do with the saris, conch shell bracelets, and other things with which he had worshipped me when he performed the Shadashi Puja, he said after a little thought, Well, you can give them to your mother, but be careful that when presenting the gifts, you don't look upon her as your personal mother, but as the mother of the universe. I did so. Such was his teaching.
So this is the way. We should not even consider the ordinary people as ordinary people. Rather, we are to see God in them. Yomam pashyati sarvatram sarvam chamai pashyati. He who sees me in everything, in everywhere, and everything in me, I do not destroy him. I do not negate him, neither he negates me. So this is the way that जो राम दशरथ का बेटा वही राम घट घट में लेटा. Ram is the son of Dashrath, but the same Rama is in all hearts. All hearts. So this is the teaching, that's why we need outer expression. Like Shiva Lingam, Shiva, we don't know how he looks like. So we have a stone like this carved, and then we make some eyes and 3 eyes and mustache also. So this is our imagination. We do not know how Shiva looks like. We need some symbol. Even army needs some symbol. If they want to fight, they have a flag. To honor the flag, they even die. They sacrifice their lives. So symbol works very well in our situation. Similarly, we need all paraphernalias. Sri Ramakrishna would say that when you are living, even there should be some spices and condiments and even some seasoning things. Everything is required. Say if there is a soldier, but he has no arms, no ammunition, what kind of soldier he is? Dhal nahi, talwar nahi, nidhiram Sardar. There is no shield, there is no sword, but he is now Nidhiram, the leader. So all these are important in our relative worlds. And we are in relative world. All talks are there. Only thing, we have to keep that we should not limit him. As Ramakrishna always said, that we should not limit God. What, he is in with form, without form, in so many things, so many other things we do not know. Arjuna, when Arjuna saw Vishwarupa, he started praying, Anadi Madhyanta Ananta Virya. So you have no beginning, no middle, and no end. And you are infinite. And your powers are infinite. So it is not ordinary. That we must understand. Yes, go ahead.
My mother would grieve. I have married my Sarada to such a crazy husband that she can't enjoy ordinary married life or have any children and hear them call her mother. One day the master heard her and said, "Don't grieve over that, mother. Your daughter will have so many children, you will see, that her ears will ache at hearing the cry of mother." He was quite right. Everything he said has come to pass.
Yeah, later mother had no rest, and she used to care for her children. She used to cook for them, no rest. But that mother cry, it was unending. Even today, we also like all the time, mother, mother, mother. This mother who nourishes us, it is mother who takes care of us. So mother is what Sri Ramakrishna said, that came to pass. Yes.
Ramakrishna's vision and samadhi. During the years of his sadhana, the master would shrink through fear at the sight of various objects of temptation. He shunned all those allurements. One day in the Panchavati, he suddenly saw a boy approaching him. Startled, he began to wonder, who is he? Then the Divine Mother explained to him that a cowherd of Raja would join him as a spiritual son. When Rakal came, the master asked, "What is your name?" Rakal. Rakal means cowherd boy. The master exclaimed, yes, that's right. Rakal looked exactly like the boy whom the master had seen in the Panchavati. One day Hazra said to the master, "Why do you think so much about Narendra, Rakhal, and the others? Why don't you immerse yourself in the thought of God all the time?" The master said, "Look how I become absorbed in God." Saying so, he merged into samadhi. His hair and beard stood on end. He remained in that state for an hour. Ramlal then began to chant the names of various gods and goddesses. Hearing those divine names, the master slowly regained his normal consciousness. After coming down from samadhi, he said to Ramlal, "Just see, when I remain absorbed in God, I lose outer consciousness. That's why I keep my mind in a lower plane, thinking of Narendra, Rakhal, and the others." Ramlal said, "Uncle, don't listen to Hazrat. Stay in your own mood."
So you see, not only that, Sri Ramakrishna was a bit worried. People are saying that you will become Naren in your next life because you are thinking Naren all the time, or Rakhal all the time. So like Jada Bharat, you will become Naren in your next birth. Whatever you think at the time of your passing away, you become that. So Jada Bharat was thinking about a deer. And then next birth, he became a deer. So Sri Ramakrishna was worried, what will happen, like a child. So he went, he asked Muhuri. Muhuri means the clerk of Kali temple. And then he said, in Mahabharata it is there. Those who are Samadhivan, Purush, they cannot, to hold their mind, they want Shuddha Sattvic young people. So that is why you think about Naren or Rakhal. And mother also assured him, mother means Bhavatarini Kali, that they don't understand. You see in them Narayan. You don't see them Naren. You see Narayana. So there is no problem. See, now this truth cannot be explained even with enormous amount of writing or of some literature. But examples are so apt. That's why we need incarnation to explain the subtleties, the nuances, the finesse of the divine incarnation. And devotees like it. Like all the time meditating. What is the fun of it? Devotee wants to interact. Only thing, one should not think this is the end of it. Rather, one should always be aware that this is only 1/4. Tripadasya Amritam Devi. That means 3/4 is all divine. This is also required, but the more important, when it is unalloyed, unadulterated joy, there is no ebb and tide there. There it is the whole, not the part. So that is what one should understand. Okay, we'll stop here because there is a text here, I see. At the end of the class, could you please explain the subtle difference between upasana and dhyana? So upasana means upa-asana, getting closer to God. So when we repeat the name of God, worship Him, even ritualistic worship, so all these are upasana. When upasana matures, so that mind absorbs in God, so you can say that is dhyana. So dhyana means like there are Ashtanga yoga. First is yama, niyama. Yama is satya, truthfulness. Ahimsa, not harming anyone. Brahmacharya, continence. Aparigraha, not taking any gifts or bribes. And achaurya, that means not steal, not to steal, not stealing.
Not what?
Stealing, steal.
Oh, stealing.
Okay, and then comes second, yama, niyama. Niyama, what is niyama? Name is shaucha, cleanliness, santosha, satisfaction. Whatever is there, one should be satisfied. Then yama, shaucha, santosha, tapah, swadhyay, ishwar pranidhan. Tapah means one should be totally dedicated, totally absorbed in God. Tapah. Swadhyaya. Swadhyaya means upgrading one's learning, wisdom. Tapa, swadhyaya, Ishwar pranidhan. Even japa is also kind of tapa, swadhyaya. And Ishwar pranidhan, deep faith in God, firm faith in God. Then comes asana. Asana means one should sit in one posture for longer time so that mind is not wavering here and there. So yama, niyama, asana. Then pratyahar, complete withdrawal of mind from senses. Pratyahara. Yama, niyama, asana, pratyahar. Then dharana. Then you'll have some concept of your real identity. Dharana, dhyan. Then when mind does not waver, it is like unflickering flame. It remains stable, not jumping here and there, not flickering. Or taila dharabat, or like flowing of oil from one vessel to another, so that unbreaking flow. So that is dhyana. Dharana, dhyana, then samadhi. When the dhyana matures, then comes samadhi. Total absorption. Absorption in truth, in reality. So that is dhyana. What is upasana? The whole thing you can say, like preparation for meditation, then preparation of one's own behavior pattern, conduct of his day-to-day activities. And then after that, when he sits closer to God, that's called upasana. So upasana can have a ritualistic portion also, but ultimately it is manasa vyapara. Manasa vyapara means interacting with God in mind, through mind, in and through mind. Okay. Akshay, any question?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
How can we see the Leela?
How can you see the Leela? That's why you are reading Leela. Okay, how can you see? Your mind should be pure. It happens when your mind is one-pointed and also you have earnest prayer. That monk I gave the example? He came walking, maybe from Delhi area or maybe northern, where he was, I don't know. From there he walked about 1,500 miles and came, and by the time he came, Sri Ramakrishna passed away. Just see the disappointment. But he was so eager to have his darshan. So we should be eager for that. You should be prayerful. You should be earnest. So this is also not a small thing. Sri Ramakrishna said, Nitya Dham, Nitya Shyam. So for that, Shyama also Nitya. Nitya means eternal. Nitya Dham, his abode is also eternal. Once it happened, gopis wanted to have the darshan of Sri Krishna. So, but he wanted to show, Sri Krishna wanted to show the Vaikuntha to gopis. So he said, okay, let us dive deep in the Yamuna. So they entered in Yamuna and dived, and lo and behold, they are in Vaikuntha. So, that devotees like Meera, earnest, totally dedicated, prayerful. If one becomes like that, then God comes and interacts with him or her. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So these are examples how they lived life. You read their lives. How Meera was attracted to Sri Krishna right from the childhood. When she saw a marriage procession, and then she asked when she will get married. And where is my husband? She asked. Then mother said, this Krishna is your husband. So she thought from that time, Sri Krishna is my husband. And later, when she grew up, she understood, but by that time she totally accepted Sri Krishna as her husband. So she told her husband, Rana, that I cannot have two husbands. Sri Krishna is my husband. And then Rana made a temple for her. So all these are examples. And Sri Ramakrishna, if you see how he strove for realization. So these are the examples. Right? So thank you very much. We say our prayer.
Thank you.
Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. One more thing, even Shankaracharya, the great Advaitin, non-dualist that he was, he also composed so many hymns in praise of Mother Durga, in praise of say Ganga, Yamuna, and whatnot. So many gods and goddesses. Those who realized, they know the truth. For them, there is no difference. Only those who have not realized, they have not received the grace of Guru, they have doubts. That is why we need the grace of Guru, grace of God, and then things are revealed. Of course, self-effort is also important. Thank you very much.
Pranam, thank you, Swamiji. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jai Ma.
Pranam
Pranam.
Swamiji.
Namaste, namaste, Hari Om.
Pranams Maharaj.
Namaste, Tom.
Jai Ma.
Jai Ma, Jai Ma. Mother Ellen is